300. What's the deal? It's your folks, Shaka. I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So I wanted to talk about the whole Nikki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion situation. It's a subject that's being talked about a lot. I know that a lot of y'all kind of like see what's going on, but I wanted to cover some things that I just don't really see being talked about. And so that's why I'm making the video today. Now, if you're watching this video, then you more than likely know that Megan Thee Stallion and Nikki Minaj is kind of like having somewhat of a beef. Apparently, Megan Thee Stallion made some type of song addressing various people, and the girl Nikki Minaj felt like, you know, she was addressing her in some of the material, and so she responded, and what's going on with them has just become viral. And so just speaking first about just the back and forth in general, it looks like Nikki Minaj has made a song as well, because she didn't initially. She was just taking it to social media. And I'll say this, Megan Thee Stallion, her material is better as far as the music. Okay, I don't like either song, but just picking one of the two, the music is better. All right. However, as far as the back and forth in general, it seems like Nicki Minaj is putting a lot of heat under her. Okay. She made a song, okay, after the fact, but what stands out with Nicki Minaj is her social media rant. Okay, she's all over social media calling her out and stuff. And I think really she just took what she was talking about and put it into a song. And so, but just as far as the back and forth, yeah, I mean, Nicki Minaj got her out here looking real tight, you know what I'm saying, right now. And so I will say that. But just getting into the main reason why I wanted to make the video, you'll notice that there are more women than usual that have a problem with what Nicki Minaj is saying. You'll notice that, in my opinion, there are more women than usual that have a problem with what Nicki Minaj is saying. And I believe the reason is for a couple of things. A couple of things I'm going to mention in the video. But just making a point out of it, we're going to go through the points. Number one, her talking about that girl, Megan Thee Stallion, and her resume, the dudes that she has slept with and dealt with and things like that, that's hitting home with a lot of women, okay? The average woman out here, you know what I'm saying? That is hitting home. And the reason why is because I think I said this in the little community post, man, that's most women's story, okay? That is the average woman's story out here, especially if she's attractive. The average attractive woman out here in the West on this American pavement, I got to keep it real. On average, she's ran through, okay? By the time she get up there to Megan Thee Stallion's age and place and things like that, that will be kind of like her resume, okay? The number of dudes, okay? And some of them will be behind doing it for low tier little things, okay? Like Nicki Minaj was calling her out on, all right? But the thing is, man, before they get to a situation like Nicki Minaj claims to have, happy life, happy family, got a man in her life that she's sticking with, and yada, 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 man, those women are going to go through triple that amount, okay? And that's just real talk at the end of the day. And that's why when that girl Nicki Minaj was saying, you're just mad because you don't have a man that's 10 toes down like I do, that's a real thing, okay? That's a real thing, because the reality of it is a lot of women know that that's going to be their story, being out here on the lookout for that dude. And the reason why is, kind of like for a couple of things. number one, men are rare out here. I've said that before. But then number two, you got women that don't even know what a man is coming to them. They don't know how to receive a man, okay, in a lot of spaces. And then after that, they don't know how to keep them, okay? And so when you add in all those things, plus a few other things, like how this society is always telling women, but you're not right, you're not wrong, it's the man, they don't know what they're looking for and all this nonsense. Man, these women be out here switching up a dude, once every 6 months to however many years, okay? And it adds up, okay? You know what I'm saying? I think that they're saying that the average woman, if she's attractive, she's sexually attractive and things like that, when it's said and done and over with, she probably gonna be slept with, 30 to 50 dudes or more, okay? That's why you be having a lot of those older women, and that's why I told y'all, a lot of these older women, man, they might have potential, but they be coming with that baggage, okay? And that is one of them. They kind of be sitting around thinking about how, you know what I'm saying, they done gave themselves away to so many men in their lives, only to pull up and still be empty-handed. And so, when Nikki Minaj is kind of sitting in the place that she's sitting in, all right, making the statement, which is married, in this situation, making the statements that she's making, all right, that's got women a little tight out here. You know what I'm saying? Because when she's saying it, it doesn't allow women to hide behind this, I'm living my free life, because women know that life ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Being out here single, no man in your life, and you're being silly trying to make it seem like it's something when it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing. And so it's kind of like when you look up now and it's like, well, how can you really hide behind that when even Nikki Minaj is pulling up? You know what I'm saying? Speaking from a perspective of a woman who did the right thing, okay? Which is get with a man, you know what I'm saying? Ideally, we're speaking hypothetically for the sake of the video, okay, to share the message or whatever and drive it home, but she's with a man, okay, let's say that she is, that she respects him, his leadership and all of this and that. A lot of women can't speak the gab that Nicki Minaj is speaking from that place. And she actually stands for her dude, which is what brings me to the next thing. That's another reason why a lot of women cannot relate to Nicki Minaj, because how she's coming. Okay, yeah, it's a little vulgar or whatever, but women can learn something from Nicki Minaj. Okay? She's coming letting it be known that, no, I stand for my marriage. I put my marriage first. You know what I'm saying? That's who I put first. And I'm not worried about what the world think about it. The whole thing about her, not really giving an explanation to why she chooses to be with her dude despite what is being said about him. If you're a man out here, man, that's what you need, because the truth of the matter is most women don't do that, man. You'd be surprised how many women lose their relationships and valuable opportunities to be with men that they regret later on down the line because they allow some old funky woman or friends or something like that on the sideline, not in the same position that they are in, to kind of like get them off their pivot. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. And so when you hear what Nicki Minaj is talking about and how she's addressing people that got a problem with what's going on with her family, that's proper. And a lot of times how she's addressing it is by not saying nothing. Okay? And the truth of the matter is, man, like I say, you gotta want to see that in a woman if you are a top tier man yourself and you expect to have a valuable situation with a woman, because women are always jealous. Like I say, women are always jealous. You know what I'm saying, of a situation like that. And to be real with you as well, when you are married, when a woman is married, got a good man in her life and stuff like that, she finds herself being a lot more secluded. Because, it's kind of hard to find women in her, that's on her level, that's thinking how she's thinking. All right? And so, you know, man, a lot of women can't relate to that. You got a lot of women out here that are married now and just treat them dudes like accessories. Okay? That's all that they are. They ain't nothing but an accessory. Some dude in their life that's being used to prove to the world that I'm a woman that's being taken seriously. Okay? That's exactly what most of these dudes are, but it ain't like how what's going on with the girl with it. See, we just going off what's up front. It ain't like how it is with this girl Nikki Minaj. Okay, where you know it's for real about her and her dude. You know, she's never really disrespected her dude. She ain't never really called him out the slightest to appease to the public that got a lot to say about him or none of that, man. You know, and so that's the reason why, man, these women out here, they are kind of like pressed about a lot of what Nicki Minaj is saying. Because, you know, the place that Nicki Minaj is reporting from, like a married woman and all this and that, women know that that's the position that they're supposed to be in. Okay? But, you know, because they're having difficulties with getting in that position because of who they are and all of these various different things, they look to the lifestyles of people like Megan the Stallion, okay, that's upfront and she's getting praise and stuff like that to be somewhat of a bailout, okay? But when you got somebody like Nicki Minaj to pull up to call it out, oh, those are problems, okay? That's like red alert for a lot of these women, and so that's why they're trying to get at her without really trying to get at her. Like I heard somebody say, she said something about digging up her mom and talking about the dead, but it really wasn't like that when you listen to exactly what she said. But I understand why people are exaggerating in those places and spaces because they really don't have nothing to say about, you know, how she's judging this girl, Megan Thee Stallion's character and a lot of things that she did. It's stank, it's musty, and it's dusty. Okay? And because women have not been able to win the way Nicki Minaj has in a relationship and marriage, you know, they have been trying to make it seem like it's the cool thing to do. Okay, it's the modern thing to do when it ain't never been cool. Okay, and I gotta keep it real, man. It's cool, despite the beat being vulgar and you know, kind of like masculine and stuff like that. All this back and forth cursing and yada yada yada. Man, it's cool. You can see some Jews in it. Okay? You know, despite her acting up online, man, women and men. Okay, you can learn something from Nicki Minaj. Okay, when it comes to dedication and standing and letting the world know that you put your family first. It's 300.